Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? We rewrite the rules. The countdown has begun. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Rewrite the rules. When did we have any rules to rewrite?
Oh, there's rules out there.
I don't know. Yeah,
There are people that make their own make rules.
When did we abide by any rules?
Basically we don't.
Okay, just checking. I want to make sure there's something I didn't miss one day. How are you? Everything good?
I'm good. I'm getting more and more rested after the weekend, and I'm sure you are probably glad you won't be outside all day today, huh? Why you look at me like
Made
that?
it through Tuesday, thinking all day
Terrible
long that it was the
Tuesday.
hottest feeling day that I could remember in almost 80 years. Never been to the hottest places where some people think that they deserve that sort of distinction. That's one goal that I do not mind giving up for just about anything. I ain't going to do it. With that, folks, I wish you and your special friends a happy hump day or a happy day too. No, that wouldn't work. Caught that one in the nick of time. I'm Rayford Brown, your disjointed host dude today, maybe tomorrow, but these days I'm safer taking the future 1 hour at a time.
Well, there you go. Good morning, and good morning to all our listeners and watchers. I'm Lee Barrels,
Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris.
and we're here on a Wednesday, halfway through the week. Yesterday was just, you're right, I think we should take Tuesday off the calendars. No more Tuesdays.
I got a movement here going, and I think y'all go.
I'm into
y'all gonna
it.
sign on with this one. This is a smart movement anyway.
Yeah, I think about the years of working and how Monday, I always dreaded Monday because it was always a heavy day.
Yeah.
And then Tuesday, you were like, oh.
Yeah. Well, this is what we call live and local real talk because we say things that others fear to even think. And certainly they won't ever think them out loud. That's us. Hot spells, hot weather are mostly okay with me. After all, I'm not doing manual labor out of doors these days, not normally. So a good sweat is not a bad thing to have.
True.
I read it somewhere on the internet.
I don't sweat, I glisten.
The physical issue as I get older is that the heat is seemingly more oppressive, and there's not much escaping those solar heat rays these days. That and my tolerance for non-normal weather and radical nut jobs just ain't what it used to be. So wishing you a cool day and reminding you that the summer has just begun.
Any other good news?
Yeah, I'm changing the name of the show.
Well, to what?
The Biden Twilight Zone.
I don't think so.
Because every day that goes by, I'm feeling more and more like Biden, just trying to remember stuff.
I'm telling you, Rayford, the heat takes so much out of you. It really does. I mean, it's taken me, 2-3 days to try to get back to normal after being out in it all day Saturday. And yesterday, I actually went out and did my backyard and got it straightened up. But
And nobody's there to look at it. Who cares?
I care.
Oh, okay.
Plus my dogs, I don't want them running through high grass and weeds and stuff. I like to keep it kind of, and right now I'm freaking out every time I go in the backyard because you have got me so paranoid with snakes. No, that's not going to work. I'm not falling for it. Stop. I just feel like this morning I picked up a t-shirt and it had a little cap twisted in it somehow. And when I picked it up, I saw something dark in it and threw it across the room. it was just, I'm so paranoid over everything now.
You know, I remember one of the other two things that I wanted to remind myself to speak about today.
And what was that?
And one of them is that this time of year, have you noticed the days are already getting shorter?
Yes, I noticed that.
Idea.
All right.
As usual,
All right. Sure.
we need to have the days on a sliding clock type of schedule. We should not lose time at the beginning, at the end of the day. We should lose time, the daylight time, at the beginning of the day. We should be able to stay light later in the year round. And just because the sun won't come up till 9 o'clock in the morning, no big deal, right?
Now, explain again
It
about
should be a
morning?
sliding clock,
right,
so that as we
sliding
go
clock.
through a sliding month, as we go through, we can change the time so that it fits the sunrise or the sunset. In our case, we will have it so it will fit the sunset. Its time will still, the sun will still go down, say at what? Just pick a time. 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
All right.
So our clocks will vary with the time of year.
Oh, I
Every
see.
day it changes. And every day it changes for all 24
Oh, I
hours.
see what you're saying.
But wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, that's reasonable. Yeah, that's
If you said it's
reasonable.
reasonable, I'm really scared.
Well, think about
But I
it,
have
though.
crossed over into the twilight zone.
You get used to, like, during the summer of the sun setting late
Yeah,
and the
I know.
days being late.
Uh-huh.
And if you slid the clock around in the
Just let
wintertime,
it slide kind of like the tides.
right?
Let me explain to you how the tide
Wait a minute.
changes.
Aren't
The
we
tides
already doing-
change, but not at the exact same time every day. The high tide today, let's say it's at noon today.
Right.
Tomorrow's high tide is going to be at 1 o'clock or
Right.
thereabouts. So we can have the whole time change just like the tide clock, and we just rotate the clock around
Now,
to
what
fit
would
the sun.
but during the wintertime when the sun sets earlier,
But
well, the clock's already there. That's why we have.
no. We have the clocks during the wintertime. The 8 o'clock at nighttime will be when the sun goes down, not whatever the real time is. So we just work up until sunset and then we go in, right?
Right.
But in the morning, of course,
In the morning, it would be lighter
Yeah.
earlier.
no, it would be lighter, darker, and as the winter comes on.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, in the mornings we would be going to get up and it would be dark until around 9 o'clock or so. I've got no problem with that. Y'all don't do nothing
I
until
think we
9
should
o'clock
go to-
anyway. You got banker's hours that start at 9
I
o'clock.
think we should go to Eastern Daylight Time, year round.
Then the sun would be setting. It would be coming up later. It's the same idea, but mine
Right.
would be on it would be day by day by day. They can work out if they can do what they do with AI, they ought to be able to do something with, oh boy, who's this?
I know it's probably going to be. Oh no, this is I think it's Kathy, Stephanie.
What did I say wrong, Stephanie?
That you didn't agree with the time change.
Yes,
No.
Kathy. It's bad enough keeping up with the time now.
I know, it's tough, isn't it? And then we got to change it again in the fall and the spring and the fall and the spring.
Not by my
Girl,
method. Not the way
where-
that I got it figured out. It would just the clocks would be automatically rotating, and it would just change automatically by clocks, and then it would work.
Where have you
Oh,
been,
my
girl?
How would that happen on my watch?
It will set itself automatically.
If you have a smartwatch,
Yeah, well,
you'd have to have a
well, yeah.
smartwatch.
I don't even have
Sometimes
a
it's,
smartphone. I have a dumb phone. So, hey, anyhow, I'm calling in to remind everybody about a recent Coffee America's big event coming up in August. I mean, we're getting a lot of responses on it. So anybody wanting to play bunco needs to get registered quickly because we're quickly getting lots of spots filled. It's on August the 8th, and the doors
Okay.
open at 10 o'clock at Infant of Prague Parish Hall. if you pre-register by emailing me at kathymarks@ec.rr.com, you can get in for $20. If you wait and do it at the door, it's $25. But we've already got the potato bar already hooked up. We're doing a 50-50. We're gonna have a great time. We've got a lot of funny people coming in, so it's gonna be awesome by asking lots of this time.
So what time does it start?
It starts at 11, but the doors are going to open at 10.
Okay.
People to come in and register and just to mingle and just to talk with other people, and anybody that doesn't know how to play, come on and sign up, because we'll put you at the table with people that know how to play, and they'll show you the game.
All right, good.
So,
If you'll send me all that information, I'll post it later.
okay,
Yeah.
it's on Kristen's Facebook page.
Okay.
The flyer, but I will get you the flyer page.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, because it's going to be a great event, and we're hoping that we can fill up every table, and anybody that's left standing in line. We are having another event in October.
Oh,
So we'll make
Lord.
sure we get you on that one. So yeah,
The leftovers, right?
the leftovers will be the first piece. Yeah. So
Okay,
we're
now,
hoping-
bunco.
Never played it.
I never played it either,
Oh.
and I did not know anything about it. I thought when my daughter, she was holding a bunco party, and I thought, what is this thing? Because bunco, according to the definition of bunco, it's a fast-paced social dice game, typically played by 12 people grouped in small tables. Is that right?
Mhm.
Okay,
That's
but you know my definition of bunco? Mine goes back a little bit in time. It refers to a swindle, a con game, or confidence trick in which someone is cheated out of their money.
Oh no.
Oh yes, that is what bunco used to mean. They had bunco squads with police departments. Go back in time, look.
Oh, did they?
Yes,
Oh.
absolutely.
I always thought it was a cop thing,
It was a
something.
cop thing,
Yeah,
and it was a
when you said
swindle.
bunco.
It was a scam.
Oh,
You know, kind of like all
Yeah.
these people that call you every day, like the idiot that called me yesterday. I'm sorry, bud. I did not mean to use that kind of language, but it fits you perfectly.
What? An idiot called you yesterday.
What?
Yeah.
We'll have to hear more about this.
He said, "You're about ready to die, aren't you?" So we need to
man.
get you some burial insurance.
No, not me.
Yeah.
I already got it. I'm taken care of. No.
I said I wasn't knowing.
I think today bunco means a great time. Have a good time.
Okay.
But it is a fast-paced game. But once you learn it, it took me 5 minutes to learn the game, because somebody said they needed to take a bathroom break if I would sit down and take their seat. Well, I was like a deer with the headlights in their eyes. I was like, oh my God, what? So I sat down and they taught me the game in 5 minutes. So it's not that hard to learn. It's kind of like playing bingo, except you're playing the numbers in order: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, on down. That's how you play it.
Okay.
So you could learn it, Rayford.
I'm going to let y'all learn it, and whoever the winners are, I want y'all to come to my party after the fact, because I'm going to have a bunco party too.
Can I just come in and eat a potato?
And I'm just going to swindle you out of
Come on,
every,
lady. Yeah.
eat a potato.
She's got a potato bar. Oh,
Potato
man,
bar and all the
potato
leftovers,
bar.
any leftover potatoes that we have, because we did have some leftover as the last bunco party that I attended.
What do you mix
They
with a
went to
potato bar?
JPD.
You go up there, you have a baked potato, and then you can add any ingredients over top of it.
So it's not like it's not like a liquor bar.
No. Well, you could take your potato and try mashing it and mashing it and mashing it.
You come out with some potato mash, right?
Right. Well, people make alcohol from it. I don't know.
Shit with the prisoners.
If you want to try that. Yeah, but no, it's a potato bar fully loaded. It's going to have to
See, it's already getting them loaded.
Yeah, we're already getting them loaded with mashed potatoes.
What's wrong with him? He's mashed.
He's mashed.
Yeah, he said, he's crossed beyond mash. He's now smashed.
Yeah. My goodness. No, I love a good baked potato where you can
I
add
love
what
a
you
baked
want
potato.
to it.
Oh,
No,
me
I do
too.
too. I do too.
You want a
Nice
recipe
and hot.
for baked potato, something to make at home for the baked potato you might have left over from the day before, whatever? Cut that sucker in half lengthwise, right? Scoop all the meaty stuff out of it.
Mhm.
Don't break the skin.
Right.
Put
Potato
the, put the inner workings in a bowl. inside that bowl, you mix up some green onions, you mix up whatever you
Some
want
sour cream
inside
and
that
some
bowl. Not
cheese
yet.
and some
Not
bacon.
Yet. Not yet.
Mm-hmm.
You
No,
mix,
I
You
do.
can mix up some bacon bits if you want to, but get that thing all stirred up there good, right? And put that back in the frying pan, just the innards, low, with some butter, some salt, some pepper,
frying pan.
and then some
Microwave.
minced clams mixed in with that potato meat, and then put all that stuff in and back into your skin. And then at the same time, that's when you can put your cheese and any other dressings or whatever else you like on top of it back in the baker oven.
It's called a twice baked potato.
Oh, this is way better. And put it back in there and add a little bit of clam juice from time to time. Make sure it doesn't dry up.
Clams in my
It just is so, it's a meal. A half of a potato, by the time you get her stuffed up, is good. And it's a meal.
That sounds good. That sounds really good, Rayford. Did you create that?
I did. I absolutely did.
Well, that's great. Everybody needs to write that recipe down then. So that's a Rayford original right there.
That's me. That's me. Okay.
Yeah, but I just wanted to call and say, that and happy hump day to everybody.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. You
Absolutely.
too. Great to hear
Yes.
from you.
It's a great day out there in the neighborhood.
It is.
Well, I will do that, and you guys have a great day. And
You too, Kathy.
Enjoy the nice weather we're
All
going
right.
to have again. Oh, my
All
gosh. So,
I'll post that information for you later today.
okay, and I'll get to the flyer later.
All right. Thank
Thank
you.
Bye.
Okay,
Bye,
thank
Kathy.
you. Bye.
I've made potatoes like that so many
With all
times,
sorts of stuff in them.
and we all have our variations. And each time I make one like that, I change it up.
Yep.
But you're so
Sometimes I don't have green onions, or sometimes I don't have whatever else, but I will have some kind of onion.
There's
But I love green onions on the top of it.
Yes.
There
is
the
the
onions
little
inside.
chives like there is a steakhouse here in town that when I go, I usually get a steak, a small one, which they're all tiny, and some steamed veggies and a fully loaded potato, which I take home. I take that potato home.
Oh.
Then later that evening for a snack, I warm that up. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Well, that
Oh.
one of those steakhouses,
Yeah,
places where we go, I've got the bad habit or the good habit or great habit. I'll order the entree, whatever mood
Yes.
I'm in at the time.
Right.
It could be the prime rib. It could be the a ribeye. It could actually be 2 lobster tails. But I always order 2 baked potatoes, one wrapped to go.
Yes.
Open it up and bring me. And I always I measure out. I tell them exactly how much butter I want. This much, just much butter.
This
For
much
my
better.
tater,
That looks about like maybe a half pound.
at least. And that's what I want. And I would like it
Yes.
softened, please. I want soft butter to go in my tater because I
Yes.
don't want it to cool the potato down.
Right.
Cold butter.
Oh, you're one of those customers that thought I
Oh,
was
yeah.
a waitress. I'd be like,
Well, I'll tell you what, I had the best at this one. I don't know which one you went
Yes.
to, but at the Outback years ago, I'd go in there. He was always, and I congratulated him and tipped him accordingly because I never had to ask him to bring me soft butter for the bread or for my baked potato.
well, the one I go to is the butter's always soft.
Yeah, well,
So that's a good thing.
this guy made sure. He said, "There are 2 things about me." I think his name was Andy. There are 2 things about me. One, your butter's going to be ready to eat when it comes to you, not from the refrigerator, because I take it out as soon as you place your order. And then
There you
for your bread, there's always got soft butter out
Well,
there.
that's pretty cool, dude.
And the other thing is, I forgot. Oh, the other thing is, he said, you can place your order with me for your entree as soon as you place your, whatever your hors d'oeuvre order, whatever your
Right.
appetizers are,
Right.
because you're not going to get your order until after I see that you are about finished your appetizers and your salad.
Right. Yeah, most of them do that.
No, they don't.
I've never had a problem
Oh, no,
with
they
it.
don't.
Maybe it must be you because I've never had that
Well,
issue.
It's not just there; it's everywhere.
I've never had
but,
that issue.
that they don't wait. Because most places I go, I'll wait till I finish eating whatever my appetizer is before I place the order.
Right.
Because I just don't want it arriving about 2 minutes after I get my
Never had
salad
that
or whatever. Oh my God, I got the salad one time delivered after the order came.
Well, I'd be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
take it back. I don't need it now.
Yeah.
Well, I don't usually get hors d'oeuvres because usually what I order,
You don't have the problem.
I don't, other people at the table have, but I don't eat a lot. So I eat very small when I do eat. Right now it's too hot to eat.
What's the point in going out to eat if you're going to eat like a bird?
I get home with you and eat it.
I'm just saying.
It's one less meal you have to
Never
cook.
the same. Never the same.
What did I eat last night?
Must have been boring.
I don't really remember what I ate yesterday. Oh, I know what it was. I had bought some lean meat and I made a small hamburger and then a coleslaw I made. And that was it. That's like a serving of, I'm just not a big eater.
Well, we were keeping the house clean after Robbie worked on it for the last 3 days.
So y'all ordered in?
I ordered out. I went and got me a burger.
Did you? Yeah.
And I don't like going out to get burgers.
I know what you mean.
But this was a good reason to go.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
All right. Coming up in about 9 minutes or so, we got Dr. Rose going to be in here.
Yes, we do.
But right now, we better talk about the weather because we're going to be talking about the weather and the heat with the doctor when she gets here this morning as well. Looking towards the open waters of North Carolina, the National Weather Service is calling for some rougher waters in Onslow Bay over the coming days. Showers and thunderstorms with scattered but harsh lightning will also cause seas to become rougher. Today, out to 60 nautical miles, southwesterly winds 15 to 20, seas 4 to 5 feet. A chance of showers and thunderstorms mainly in the morning time. Southwesterly winds tomorrow 15 to 20, gusts to 25, seas 4 to 6 feet. A chance of showers and thunder boomers. Friday, southwesterly winds 20 to 25 knots with a gust up to 30, seas 5 to 7 feet. That's 5 to 7 feet. A chance of showers and thunderstorms again in the morning on Friday. With that forecast, folks, small craft operators, you little boaters, stay inside. You should exercise extreme caution. Don't cross the bar if it's looking really sloppy because it's not going to get any better. It's going to get worse as the day wears on. When the ocean is unhappy, mothers and wives will always have even more to worry about every day.
Absolutely. Today we have a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Yes. Increasing clouds with a high near 96. Heat index values as high as 110. West wind 3 to 7 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation today is at 50%. It's like it may not.
It's going to get you, but it ain't going to get me.
Tonight, a chance of showers and thunderstorms in the early evening, mostly cloudy, then gradually becoming mostly clear with a low around 76. Thursday, sunny and hot with a high near 98. Heat index values as high as 109. And Friday, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, sunny and hot with a high near 97. But I will tell you that we're about ready to have a break with the hot weather. And we have a cold front coming through Saturday that may bring us some showers and should cool us down a little bit. So that brown grass that you have growing, hopefully the next couple, I'm afraid to even ask, the next couple of days, maybe with some rain chances. What is that?
What?
Is that a formula? I'm not doing math. You know,
You don't
I
have
don't
to.
do math.
I'm going to tell you.
Oh, gosh. Okay, go ahead.
You said the chance of showers and stuff today is 50%.
That's right.
Okay. Yesterday,
Right.
in the morning time, there were 12 check-ins here from the weather folks, our weather folks,
Right.
our ham radio operators.
And only one person had
One
rain.
person had rain. That was you. So the odds for day before yesterday were obviously 1 out of 12, which would be 8.5%. Today, those odds have increased by 5 times. So maybe today, of those 12
I need
people,
coffee.
6 will get rain. Don't count on it.
Well, it looks like it's going to rain right now. It's clouding up.
It's the clouds have got the sun's covered up, that's all. Speaking of our weather friends, our ham radio guys, Lee, over in the Woodlands this morning, you reported 78 degrees, 89% humidity,
Yes.
29.97 inches of mercury, no wind, no rain. Joe in the borough, 80 degrees rather, 97% humidity, 29.97 inches of mercury, northwesterly breeze at about 3, no rain. And Joe and a couple of other folks, including Ward, on their way over to Morehead City to celebrate every week. Waffle Wednesdays. Anyway, James over in Bladen County, down there, over 77 degrees, 96% humidity, southwesterly breeze that he had at 5 miles per hour. Michael in Crew, Virginia, 73 degrees and fog, heavy fog in Crew, Virginia. Richard in Jones County up there around Maple Hill said it was 77 this morning. He had a 100% chance of 100% humidity, 29.98 inches of mercury. His visibility, he could see 7.5 miles. I don't know if that's still the same up there or not, because it seems to have clouded over here. Winds out of the south at 1 to 6, no rain. Carol, our lovely Carol over in Riverbend this morning, said it was 77 degrees, 99% humidity, 29.91 inches of mercury, and it's calm. And she said she had a sprinkle, and I think she's one of the optimists that we have in the group. Ward in Cedar Point, 81 degrees, 93% humidity, 30.04 inches of mercury, southwesterly winds at 3 to 5. Of course, there's no rain. Randy in Southwest this morning, 75 degrees, 99% humidity, 29.97 inches of mercury, calm, no, had a trace of water in this thing. I think it was heavy fog, because he said he had heavy fog there in Southwest this morning. Now, over here this morning, we had 79 degrees, 98% humidity, and 29.92 inches of mercury. We've had no rain. 1 mile per hour wind at some point in time overnight. And we had, at that time, I looked outside and it looked like fog outside, but it was high up. And we had the discussion with Richard this morning about what fog is.
I saw nothing on my way in.
Yeah, you had to look straight up. It looked
I was
like clouds that were rolling, and it looked like fog rolling clouds.
Not where I was at.
Well, you weren't on Earth. I was. And
not where I was at.
Anyway, we came to the conclusion it's what we call high fog. Ken had that as well in Onslow Bay. He saw the same thing I saw here. 79.9 degrees in Onslow Bay, 95% humidity, easterly winds at 2 to 3, and no rain. And that high fog, it was just kind of rolling. And then the discussion became, when is it fog and when is it just clouds? And
I love some of the morning weather guys.
Banter.
Yes, and all the different opinions.
We've all got opinions, kind of like all the weather guys on TV.
And all the different experts.
Yeah, we're all experts.
I think they're wonderful, though, but I'm like going, okay.
Yeah. But anyway, we know we're experts. You just haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah. So you're always pessimistic.
I'm an optimist.
You're always negative.
We know when we're right.
Well, I know when I came out this morning and I could see the big sky, there was lots of clouds, no fog in my area. It doesn't
So what's
mean
the difference between a cloud and a fog?
This was a cloud.
Okay, what is the difference between a cloud and a fog?
You tell me.
Now I'm going to tell you what Richard said.
Richard, I heard Richard, and I was
Richard was cool. He said, when you're going along and it's a ground level,
right,
it's fog. Mm-hmm. If it's up at sea level, if it's higher than sea level, then it's a cloud. If it's at ground level, it's sea level. He called it sea level. When it's at sea level, then it's fog. So my question to him was, as you know, I would have a question. So you're coming down the hill in the mountains. Are you coming through the fog?
This is what I'm saying.
Are you coming through the
experts.
fog? Are you coming through the fog, or are you coming through a cloud?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not at sea level ever in the mountains in this country. You're well above sea level, right?
Fog is essentially a cloud that forms at ground level while clouds form higher in the atmosphere.
Gotcha.
Both fog and clouds are composed of tiny water droplets or ice crystals formed when water vapor condenses in the air. Fog forms at or near the ground, often when the air cools to its dew point through radiative cooling at night or advection cooling when warm.
You really shouldn't be reading that
Moist
stuff.
air moves over a
That drives you
cooler
crazy.
No, it's good.
Those weather guys drive you crazy. Drive me crazy.
Fog reduces horizontal visibility to less than 1 kilometer, which is a key criterion for it. I wish I had read that this morning when y'all got on there. I just started reading this. Y'all like, here goes Lee thinking she's an expert. No, I'd be like, no, Google is. You had it didn't show.
It didn't show. Well, it's
No,
time
'cause you
for
hit
the
the
one,
button
the
too
only
fast.
Dr. Rose.
Yes, our Dr. Rose. Good morning.
Good morning. I hope you all had a very wonderful 250th birthday.
Yes, ma'am.
We did. It was
Hope
great.
you did
It was
as
hot.
well.
It was hot, and it was really, really hot.
It was really hot.
Really, really hot. Oh my! Yes. I don't know how it's been up in your neck of the woods, but we've had no rain of any consequence here, other than Lee. It rained on her parade one day on her head.
One
She
day.
had a
that's it.
third of an inch of rain.
Yeah.
She stood outside and danced in the rain.
I might have been in the backyard. You don't know. That's
Yeah.
why I have a privacy fence.
It ain't real private.
Very, very nice. Here it has rained. Not significantly, but you're seeing everything set to sprout back up. So I guess it's enough for the grass and the weeds to acknowledge the rain.
Oh,
Absolutely.
we haven't had that here. The only thing that's acknowledging the rain is my garden, and it said it sucks being here this time of year. So water me, and I do. So, as one of our guys said
Very
here,
nice.
it's artificial rain, and that's what
Not quite the same, but it's better than no water at all.
Yeah, no water toss.
So, Dr. Rose, how have you been dealing with all the heat in your patients also? Have you had any issues with heat stroke, heat exhaustion with any of your patients?
Not so far.
Very good.
I haven't had any of them come in for any heat-related injuries, and I have not had them go to the ER. We have a daily report, and as far as I know, of all the patients that go and visit urgent care centers or ERs, we don't have any of them that went to the ER. I did make that little post with a little baby with sunglasses last week, just reminding people some very basic things to do so that their children are safe.
Yeah.
And hopefully that spread the word around enough that people went out safely and not for prolonged amounts of time to where things could happen to their children or themselves.
This time of year, do you, when your little kids come in and their parents bring them in, I guess the kids can't come just alone. They don't have a driver's license, right? So the parents bring them in, and do you question the parents if they come in with their hands bandaged up, or the kids if their hands are? Do you count the number of fingers they got left after the 4th of July?
Well, I mean, my eyes are pretty sensitive that way, in that I see if there's some major issue going on. So we did not see any injuries with fireworks at all.
Good.
Yeah, I don't think our patients do their own fireworks much. We have a couple of kind of country families, and those are usually the ones who like to do their own fireworks because they're out in the country.
They
So they like doing country stuff.
I hope they don't do with their fireworks like some of them in the country might do with their alcohol and make it themselves. So that could be a mess.
Yeah. No. But as far as I know, I'm talking about people who purchase their fireworks. They might go to another state to do it.
Yeah, but they would
so
have to.
that they get the livelier fireworks.
Or for,
But they're not making, as far as I know, they're not making it themselves.
all right. We got a couple of directions we need to go. There is apparently an issue. Let's see. How do you? I'm going to let Lee handle this one. This is a question for Lee.
I knew
last
you
year.
would. Well, the CDC has put this out, and it's very recent, but there has been some states, it's a multi-state outbreak of, I cannot say the medical term. I'm going to tell you what it does. It's a parasite causing explosive, watery diarrhea. And North Carolina is one of those states right now that is on the list. But they're saying between May 1st and mid-June, 145 people across 17 to 20 states became ill with 20 hospitalizations. And they're suggesting it came from contaminated food or water within the United States. But it gets me, how does it spread across the states? But
If
have you seen any issues with that?
That's not a whole lot of people if it's a real problem. But maybe people just don't report it.
Would you report it?
The easy answer is yes. You really have to be looking out for it to diagnose it. So it's good to be aware that it's in your location. I haven't heard of any cyclospora in our area, and that's the one or that's one of the ones that you can find in very determined areas at very determined times. I think that's the one, because I'm seeing that recently we have more than 1,000 cases of it.
Wow.
So yes, it's mostly because of water. It is a parasite. It's not. You can treat it, but by the time you're treating it, I think that the symptoms have reached their peak.
Left your body.
It's just so fast. It comes on, and you have this terrible diarrhea. You lose weight, and then after it just doesn't go away after a day or two, you're going to go to the doctor. So, so it's in your water, and it can be in your food as well.
So in your water, are you talking about like obviously drinking water, or people drink bottled water a lot? Swimming pools, maybe. Where? Oh, good gosh, I don't want to. I know how it gets in swimming pools. I just don't. I don't like swimming pools. I don't like public pools too much unless it's got something like a really organized group, somebody with like a YMCA or a community pool where they actually check the stuff.
Well, Dr. Rose, how would you treat your child for symptoms like that, for that type of illness? What's the best way?
It's good to know the bug, the germ that caused it. Although all of these conditions that are stomach bugs are treated about the same. They all pretty much go away within maybe 2 to 4, max 5 days. It's a very long days, but it does go away by the 5th day usually. And the way to make it go away faster is to not eat anything that's heavy. We used to call it a brat diet. No, we weren't saying that your kid's a brat. We were just saying sort of a grouping of food that causes for your stomach to not have your intestines not to have to work a lot. and so bananas and apples and toast, and so and rice or starchy food. So
and bacon, no fried bacon, right?
no, bacon's off the list.
No grease. Ugh.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and you actually, because you can't process fatty foods and proteins very well, you just are nauseous at even thinking of eating it. So that's one of the symptoms that you have. You just can't tolerate it. So for those days, take your child or yourself off of fatty foods or high protein foods. It's more of a starchy kind of bland diet, and the starches in it just sort of slow things down in your intestines, so that you're able to absorb more water, slow it down, and feel better. Do not, under any circumstances, give a kid Pepto-Bismol, which is it's not good for children, especially young elementary age and younger children. And the other one is, I forgot the name of the there's an anti-diarrhea pill that people love to take as soon as they get diarrhea. Do not give that to a child. That's not safe either.
Really?
Wow, that's good information. I
wonder
never knew that.
How much of that I ever took as a kid?
Ugh.
Because that's all we all got.
Wow.
We all got
We
that
all
stuff.
got Pepto-Bismol, but it's not good
Never
for
right,
children.
that's-
Pepto-Bismol, castor oil, and whatever else there was out there.
Rayford, castor oil with diarrhea would not be a good thing.
Well, no, really not good. It's the opposite of what you wanted.
Yeah.
No wonder I didn't weigh about 128 pounds when I got out of high school.
There you go.
That was the reason.
Mm.
Okay, and taking laxatives and all that sort of good stuff is not the right thing to do to lose weight before you go to the doctor, right?
No, not recommended. Not recommended. But
I know people who do that.
I know, but it's not recommended. Hopefully, children don't do it either. But lots and lots and lots of hand washing. If you're one of the communities that has the cyclospora or the norovirus, make sure that you're washing your hands a lot.
Mhm.
Make sure you look at your restaurant's sanitary ratings. It'll tell you how they wash things, keep things tidy, keep things sanitary, hygienic. So if you're the kind of person who likes to go out to eat, then make sure that you go only to places that you are sure that they are following sanitary rules.
Yeah.
And then just watch the reports on the water. Sometimes, I haven't seen a recent report of it being in the tap water,
No.
but people who swim in lakes and sort of brackish water and swallow a little bit of water, that could have the cyclospora as well.
Yeah, when we put out the swim advisory reports from time to time, where we get some along the coastal, especially in areas that don't have a lot of tidal flow. It might be salt water or kind of salt water, brackish water they call it. But there are times when the tests are done and the state puts it out and says don't swim in this particular water until further notice. And then of course they do follow-up tests. But something has happened, and sometimes it's disgusting, but there can be a spillage of the wastewater.
Mm-hmm. That's right, into that water.
And it ends up in that water because it just runs off from wherever it is. So they warn you. They put out warnings. Don't do it. So here's your warning. Don't do it. Don't be stupid. Just don't do it. So now let's get out of the hot kitchen, and go into the hot outdoors. I've noticed this year especially, I know it's really hot, but I've been through all my life winter or summers that are really hot. And this year, for one reason or another, it's impacted me more than in other years. And I don't know whether it's a me thing or whether it's really just a long-lasting hot wave that we've got, a heat wave we've got going around. Or just what it is, but it's major. I guess my wife finally told me the other day. She said there is a thing called heat exhaustion, and you have it. Is this something that is not necessarily that you have it one day? Is it something that builds up and then you finally get exhausted? And is that why it's called heat exhaustion?
It's probably because of some underlying dehydration. You may not have had enough fluids, and you may still be drinking. I get this all the time. The children and the parents tell me, "Oh, you're drinking plenty of fluids," but you may not be drinking enough fluids to catch up with your requirements because you're outside more, you're sweating more, so that you haven't upped your water enough, and so progressively that decreases the amount of water that you have in your system. And so that'll give you that kind of, I don't know necessarily just heat exhaustion, it's probably fatigue and some dehydration. But the way to help that is obviously to increase the fluids that you have, and probably get some electrolyte fluids as well, so that you make sure that you pump in the sodium, the potassium, and those electrolytes that the body needs. And once you do that, you feel better. You think it's not, and people, become kind of stubborn and say, no, that's not what it is, because I've been drinking plenty of fluids. But you up your fluids, and you stay inside, a nice, cool environment for a day or two, and then you realize that the next day you're already feeling better.
Yeah. Well, I noticed.
And children are more prone to it. So older folks and children are the people who are the most prone to this type of condition where it's a progressive dehydration and then a heat exhaustion.
So it does build up in you. Yeah.
That's correct. It's not just you going outside and I haven't gone outside that much and I don't feel like I got I got a heat stroke. It's not necessarily always like that.
What's the difference? What is a heat stroke?
Oh, that's being outside. It's a big deal. You're kind of delirious, just laying there. The fatigue is overwhelming. You get probably a horrible headache. You may need, but usually if you go to the point of having a heat stroke and not just a heat injury, you probably need to go to the hospital, or it's really diagnosed in the hospital. So if somebody says you have a heat stroke, you've probably been to the hospital.
Okay. Gotcha. I haven't got that far yet, and I hope I won't. We're going to have some cooling down period, I think, in January.
January.
Okay.
Yeah.
True.
That might be a long stretch.
Yeah, well, it'll be progressively cooler. All right, Dr. Rose, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rose.
You're very welcome. Everybody stay safe. We still have a few more hot days in front of us. So,
Yes, we
make sure that the kiddies have some rest from being outside. Intermittently, they apply some good sun protection. Also, intermittently teach the kids to do that. But fluids. And if they're not having good food together with the fluids, they need to make sure that they add some electrolytes to those fluids.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr.
All right.
Rose.
Dr. Rose.
Oh, you're very welcome. You guys have a great week.
Thank you, you too. And you stay cool.
Dr. Rosemary Stein, our lady, she keeps us straight.
I mean, I hated to really get into such a subject about the explosive, but that has been a thing lately.
Yes, from what
It's
I've
been on the
heard.
news, and
Another reason not to watch the news. Don't watch it. You won't get it.
I was like, but
Well, so here we got. I've got mixed feelings here.
right?
We've got, on the one hand, we've got this system, this thing that you wrote down here, and we find that it's caused by a parasite or whatever.
Right.
And where did we get that? Where does that come from? How do we get it?
Well,
From the
right
water?
now
From the water,
the
right?
CDD is suggesting contaminated food or water
So we get it
within
from
the
the water.
U.S. as a likely source.
So we get it from the water.
You can get it in a swimming pool.
Okay, but we get it
Right.
from the water, right?
Right.
Yeah, and then we're told that to stay cool, we're supposed to keep from getting heat exhaustion and heat stroke, drink lots of water. So we got, on the one hand, it comes from the water, and then drink more water.
Well, I drink filtered water. Like water from my refrigerator, it goes through a big old filter. So, and then if you buy bottled
When was the
water,
last time you changed your filter?
about 3 months ago,
Oh,
I have an extra one up in the cabinet. I keep
oh,
it changed. They suggest every 6 months.
Uh-huh.
And it's a big filter. It's a long tube like, so, which I
I
need a
put
new
I
refrigerator.
put an oil filter on mine just to make sure I got everything.
I don't go
Including
through
the
all that.
grease.
The filter I have on my refrigerator is just fine. And I have city water that's treated, but I usually leave it sitting out and then refrigerate it, cover it, leave it sitting out.
Why?
To get rid of some of the chlorine in it. I mean, not that you can taste it. I just like the fresher. I just like.
If you put it out in the sun, seriously now, this is not a
I'll
joke.
put it in the sun.
But it will, the reason they have to keep putting chlorine in swimming pools is because the sun makes it go away.
Yes.
So if you put it out there, put your water out there, and just put a screen wire, screen mesh, or whatever over it so it can evaporate, or the chlorine can burn off, as they say.
I'll just put a big
You can do that.
container on the kitchen counter by the window, and after a couple of days, cap it up, put it in the. Everybody does things differently, but like I said, I don't drink a lot of water because I've never been a person to drink water.
Me either.
I drink it when I lived on base.
I know what
But-
fish you in it. Look what that got you.
But, I've just never been a huge water drinker. But I do have filtered water, and I do try to drink water when I'm out in the heat. Actually, you're supposed to start before you go out in the heat, like the night before, start hydrating.
Yes, absolutely.
But I'm bad about that. So, very bad.
Let's talk about something good.
Yeah, talk about something good.
The second growing season here is now underway.
Yes,
We're already there.
right.
I started inadvertently with the second season a couple of weeks back before we even got into July.
Right.
One was cucumbers, and that's because they came up left over from last year. One of the unused beds, and it's bigger than the originals. And then the zucchini, because you had several plants left over,
Right.
and I planted those, and they're coming along strong. They got blooms on them.
Yes.
So I'm going to have some fresh zucchini here shortly
Mhm.
from my second growing, and I don't see any reason to stop. I'm pulling up the other cucumbers because they're looking bad.
I'm about to pull mine up
And
because I'm tired of them.
They're looking bad, and they're not producing that much anymore.
Mine are
And
crazy.
the ones that are there are kind of stumpy and ugly looking. So I'm going to pull up the whole plants, but I'm going to go ahead and plant some seeds right there.
All
I
right.
don't have to
Okay.
grow, just plant a few seeds right down where those were. I don't find any reason not to. One of the reasons not to, I understand,
Right.
is in case your ground has the bugs in them. Like if you've got squash or whatever, and you got squash borers or whatever, maybe
Not had
Steve
any
or somebody
problem.
can help me out with that one. But if you got something in there that's in the ground, perhaps, if even pulling the stuff out of the
Right.
soil, do I have to
Treat
treat
it.
the soil?
I
Or
would.
what do if I put pesticides in the soil, am I going to be able to grow anything? So see,
That's a question for somebody smarter than me.
that's why I'm asking
Right.
Steve out there. I'm sure Steve will
Right.
call because that's something I want to know. Well, if nothing else, we're going to get Carol too. Why don't you talk to her
Yeah.
about second season growing?
Well, I will tell you that my cucumbers, every day I go out, I have more and more and more. I'm just like overrun with
many?
cucumbers. I
Well-
need to take some down to the soup kitchen or somewhere, but
If this second
Wow.
growing comes on like the plants are looking like, it's going to be holy crap. I need to set up a fruit stand, a cucumber stand out there in the front yard.
my big tomatoes are slowly starting to come around.
Well,
I've
I got
never
some.
had them take this long. Never.
I got some coming on. I've been eating Roma tomatoes because
Yes.
they come on early. And of course, my
All
sweet
my tomatoes
100s.
been slow this year.
Sweet 100s are cool.
I've been eating those right off the plant.
Well, that's why you don't have any because you eat them from the field. You and the birds.
Not that many. No, I've got some I have to go out and pick. I've got a bowl full. I need to cook down into a sauce and freeze it.
Yeah. Or just eat them.
Now I can't eat that many at one time because the acid in tomatoes breaks me out in blisters.
Okay.
I know why. Why?
It's
I
your
used
fault.
to
It's because you ate too many.
because my body chemistry changed. I used to when I delivered mail and I delivered out here around Kellum Loop, Drummer Kellum Ramsey Road, all in those farm areas. There were farm areas in.
You got a lot of maters.
Yes, they would
In the
leave.
mailbox?
Yes, they would leave tomatoes and cucumbers and stuff in the mailbox.
Really?
And I had a salt shaker right there in my glove compartment. And boy, by the time I'd go back in at the end of the day, I'd have tomato all over my shirt.
Now, y'all know there are several questions I've thrown out there today.
I love tomato.
One about what do you do for the heat? Let's see, that's a serious thing.
Right.
We're not going to talk about the exploding diarrhea because y'all know what to do about that. Don't eat a bunch of stuff that's going to mess you with your gut and let it wear out. But take a lot of clean water. Clean water does not mean distilled water. That has zero value.
That's right.
That's a space saver.
That's right.
That's something you put in your steam iron.
Yes.
For those of you who had a steam iron ever.
All right.
Is that you?
It's me. I got okay, I'll just send him a message.
But and then one question about the garden there, Steve. You should be able to answer that about the soil. And I'm hoping you're listening because I've gone out on the living. I need to know what to do for the soil when I pull up the cucumbers that I've got now. I don't think there's anything in the vines. The cucumbers have just gone through. They've been prolific, but they've just kind of worn out. So I don't know.
And there he is.
Right on schedule.
Farmer Steve.
Farmer Steve. Gardener
Farmer
Steve.
Steve.
He's a gardener, Steve.
He's a farmer gardener.
Hey, Steve.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
How are you?
We have questions.
Question first is with the heat and everything else, I know that we're all watering. We got artificial rain. We're putting down as much as possible. We can go overboard, too, if you're not really careful, pardon the pun, especially if you got raised beds, because you can saturate those things to the point that they, right?
Correct.
Finger down there, and if it comes out soggy, quit watering.
That's right. That's right. Or you just scratch like a dog.
Yeah, do that. But
Yeah.
the thing is, I think I've reached the end of the growing season. Not the season, but for this batch of cucumbers I've got, they were always good. They were, I got plenty of them. They were always stumpy variety or something. I wasn't the variety that I thought when I planted the blasted things. I think they were mislabeled.
I know mine were.
I hate buying plants that have already been started. I screwed up and did this year.
I did
a couple
too.
of times. So won't do that again either. But when I pull these things up, because I want to replant, do I have to worry about anything being in the soil that needs to be treated before I will replant? Because if I replant untainted soil, won't I just have the same problem? But I don't think I've got a problem.
Yeah, I would say with cucumbers, especially what my experience is sometimes they just run their course.
Yeah, that's
and
what
so many things can cause a cucumber plant to just get tired and old. The one thing that's got me the most times is a cucumber that's sitting back where I didn't see it turns yellow.
Yep.
Yes.
If you get one of those, go ahead and let what's on there, mature, but cut that plant out. It's done. If you get a yellow cucumber, that plant is on its way out the door.
I got you. Well, I got two of those.
Once it turns yellow, it releases an enzyme in the plant that tells the plant it's done its job and the plant will die.
All right.
There's no way to stop it. There's nothing you can do about it.
That's a great hunk of advice, and it fits me perfectly today.
Right. The other one is what we talked about the other day is the downy mildew. Once it gets to a certain point, same thing. Plant's done. It's not going to survive.
Okay. Nothing I got to do to the soil there except just put good stuff back in it, right?
Well, then you get to the next level of stuff where they could be a soil issue, but you could have root nematodes. You could have stuff like that. That's why I typically put marigolds.
Yeah, I've got those
around all my plants because they put something in the soil that inhibits the nematodes.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Have you ever had anything to eat your marigolds?
Anything eat my marigolds?
Yeah.
Yes. They are a sacrificial plant. They will draw the insects to them, and they will eat the marigolds before they eat something else.
I've had one plant on all the ones that I've got that are growing. I've had one, maybe two of them, but they were in the same bed that they have been eaten down. It looks like a bunch of rabbits have been through, but they can't get into my cage. But they are just all of the leaves are gone. Everything's gone off of it. It's been stripped clean. Looked like a rabbit's gone through a garden pea patch at nighttime.
Right. But yeah, that's part of what their job is. The flower on top draws things that might eat stuff in your garden to it, and it'll eat that marigold. And then the roots of the marigold do stuff in the soil as well. That's why they're so beneficial.
Okay. Well, I'll plant some more marigolds on that one too. But
yeah, and I was going to tell you, like I told y'all, I think yesterday, where I had an issue with a vine borer beetle got into one of my cucumbers and killed it, and it was a big long vine. And I looked down at the bottom, you could see the hole where he went in right by the soil.
See, I haven't had that.
I could see Steve
I pulled
going
those out. Right, I pulled those out and I put some more back in just a few days ago, and they've already grown over a foot in just a few days. So right now, this time of year, if they're not doing good, snatch them out, get you some more, put them in. They grow so fast this time of year, they'll be right back within a week or two putting off cucumbers. Matter of fact, the ones that I just put in, the bees were on them yesterday, and I've already got baby cucumbers growing, and they're only like 3 foot long. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
I can see Steve going out there every day, and he's got a big straw hat on, and then he's got a big belt, a work tool type belt with a fly swatter in it, insecticides, different stuff.
You've been watching me because I've got a collection of straw hats. As a matter of fact, I've got probably 10 of them, and I do wear them in the garden. I don't wear a tool belt though, but I do have the bottled water, and then usually I've got like 2 Bluetooth speakers in the garden that I'll put like some Spanish guitar on or something like that playing in the background. It's like
does that help the plants grow?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, it helps me tend to the garden more.
Oh, okay. So you spend more time there.
The plants grow. That makes the plants grow.
Gotcha.
I like that.
And I will say, this is the first year that I've had the full canopy shade cloth over my raised bed.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm experiencing absolutely 0 problems with heat this year.
Awesome.
I've even got flower baskets under there that are big, doing great, full of flowers. But that shade cloth is a game changer. Now, the stuff that's just out from under the shade cloth, every day the leaves are looking like they're wilted where the sun's beating down on them for the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
And but under that, and I only got 20% shade cloth, so it's not a whole lot. But none of my tomatoes under there are getting any kind of limp leaves in the middle of the day. The cucumbers under there aren't getting limp. Everything outside of that shade is though.
I knew all of this in advance, and we've got one tree that we've been allowing to grow, and in the afternoon it shades almost all of the beds completely.
Yeah.
And the one that it doesn't, it's a zucchini area, and that one, the leaves, they look wilted by midday, early afternoon. And I have to really spray them down. I do more than just water those. I spray the leaves too.
I do too.
Right.
Keeps them cool.
And honestly, I've killed a lot of plants because of that, because what they'll do is it's called relaxing the leaves. They don't need water. They actually let their leaves drop so the sun doesn't shine on them as hard.
Oh, is that what it
and
is?
then as soon as the sun goes down, the leaves will come right back up.
Hey,
But a lot of people mistake that for that they don't have enough water, and they water them again, and they wound up drowning the roots and cause root rot, and then the plant physically can't take up enough water to keep it from doing that.
Okay.
So it's a delicate balance when you this time of year with that heat.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I got some more
I was
zucchinis
going to say,
coming on.
luckily, a lot of my cucumbers, I've got them in containers
Yes.
so that I can physically pick the container up and see is it heavy or is it light.
Okay.
And if it's heavy and the leaves
Water.
are hanging, well, I can't put no more water in it.
Wet soil is heavier than
What are you
dry
doing
soil.
with all your cucumbers, Steve, once you pick them?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Lee.
What are you doing with all your cucumbers once you pick them?
I've given quite a few away. I've probably given half or more away. Because the cucumbers I grow are huge too.
Yeah,
They're
mine are
like,
too.
They're like 12 to
Too
16
many.
inches long and 2 inches in diameter.
Oh my.
Most of them are called Sweet Success.
Yeah. Oh.
But I've got a few small ones. Like my wife likes the little snackers. They're only about big as your fingers.
Oh.
So I've got a couple of those growing too. But and just like you were saying, I haven't had any big tomatoes, but now midway through the tomato plant,
Right.
I've got big tomatoes for me. The starfish
Same.
are small.
Same.
But now I've got some that are as big as my hand with my fingers spread out.
Wow.
You know, like a starfish. They're as big as that.
Some good tomato sandwiches.
It's way bigger than a tomato sandwich. It's
Oh,
like
yeah, I
half
get
a-
bigger
Wow.
bread. I can get bigger bread. That's not a problem.
And you should see
That's what I'm
my
saying.
sister's cantaloupes. She has been growing cantaloupes in the garden,
I
and she has got some beautiful ones. Rayford.
I had one that was just about ready to be picked. It was about perfect. And the daggone blue jays or something came in and pecked a big hole in the side of it and eat half the daggone cantaloupe.
Have you got your plastic owls out? I do, around different places.
Hell,
I got them out, but they don't really respect them very
No,
much.
They fly over and
Those-
poop on them.
Those bluebirds are just, blue
They're
jays
mean.
are not nice.
They're mean.
They're very aggressive, and they test the waters for stuff like that.
Oh,
They
yeah.
send one down to see if that owl moves. If that owl don't move, then they know what's
Well,
up.
so you have to move it every so often. I learned
Well, I'll
that
tell
too.
you
I
what.
have two of them out there.
If that owl doesn't come back, as the scout doesn't come back, they generally need to move on. Because
First-
that blue jay, if I catch him, he will be
First
thanked
time
right there.
ever, I still have blueberries on my bush. They haven't ripened yet, but they've gotten this far because usually the birds eat them.
The birds are waiting for them to ripen.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say I put my scarecrows out in the garden
Yes.
this year,
Ooh,
and it worked
scarecrows.
for maybe 3 or 4 days. Until the birds got used to them, and then
Oh.
they were all over top of them.
yeah. Nasty
I know
birds.
some people I could put out there.
Birds of a feather. Yeah, I was just thinking I could take some pictures and put them on some cardboard.
Well, the birds aren't even scared of me anymore. They come all around me. They were 2 of them that built a nest in one of the trellises. I got cucumbers growing on.
I'm gonna put a B-27 out there. Next time I see a bird near it, pew pew.
Hey,
.177
yeah.
caliber pellet rifle.
Something I heard y'all talking about with Dr. Rose this morning, the staying hydrated, stuff
Yes.
like that.
Yes.
I found out years ago from a former Marine PT instructor or whatever about the difference between water and Gatorade.
Yes.
And I did, and a lot of people know this, but I didn't
Please
at the
tell.
time, and I found it interesting that your body will absorb water straight out of your stomach. If you drink water, then your body recognizes that. Anything else, Gatorade, any other kind of drink, it recognizes it as a diuretic, has to go through your stomach and gets absorbed through your small intestine.
Interesting.
So even though Gatorade with electrolytes is really good for you when
Right.
you're dehydrated like that, it takes it a little longer for your body to absorb it, and he advised that you drink a bottle of water, wait 15 minutes, and then drink the Gatorade. Because
Interesting.
your body within 10 or 15 minutes will suck that water up like a sponge, and then you can send the electrolytes in behind that.
I've never been able to drink Gatorade when I'm hot.
When you're thirsty, if you'll
Curls.
drink, it's just like anything else. If you're thirsty, go ahead and drink a lot of water to quench your
Right.
thirst. Then you can add whatever the good stuff is behind it.
Right.
Right. As long as till your body gets hydrated, you're going to have that thirst.
That's
more,
right.
More than likely.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I looked it up after he told me that, and it's true. Your body will take water right out of your stomach just like a sponge.
That one is absolutely true. Okay.
But, so that's something to think about. That's and then hydrate before you get thirsty. You know, if you know
Yes.
you're going to go outside, you know you're going to do something hot, you know you're going to be sweating.
Well, you've got to have something you need to sweat. If it's going to be sweating time, you need to have something in your body to sweat it out. Otherwise, you're going to bake.
Well, that's what we
Right.
used to teach on safety talks at the post office. Like, if we knew like today was going to be a sweltering hot day, with the day before, we'd say, start drinking now. Start drinking
Right.
before you go to bed. Start drinking, you want to just fill your body with, hydrate your body before you actually go out in the heat.
Tell
And then
right.
continue.
Tell me the truth here. Did you ever talk about sweltering hot days with your postal folks?
Yes.
Did you call it sweltering? I didn't think so.
Cannot repeat what I said.
It's hotter than blue
It's
blazes,
hotter.
right?
Yes.
There you
Mhm.
go. You're going to fry your bones today, people.
And I've had carriers that have had heat exhaustion. We've had to call the ambulance for them, EMS for them. Yeah.
We talked about it a lot when I worked on base because, I every week you have to have weekly safety meetings.
Yes.
And during this time of year, that's
Social
one of the main
rules.
topics. Yeah, that's one of the main topics. But I worked on a set of barracks out there one time that they had over 100 block masons and laborers there. I was working as an electrician at the time, but they had them out there in the middle of the summertime, and they had ambulances set up over underneath the trees, and they were rotating the people in and out.
Really?
Giving them fluid, getting them in, cooling them off, and but yeah, they had them sitting right there. People were falling out left and right. But yeah, it gets extreme. But yeah, that's what I've always heard is that you hydrate. You drink that water before you're going to exercise, and you don't drink it because you're thirsty. You drink it like medicine, but force yourself to drink it.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Steve. Thank you, sir. As
Thank
always,
you
we
so
appreciate it.
much. I'm getting
You're
big
welcome, guys. Y'all have a blessed day and try and stay cool.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm working on it.
I was going to tell you.
Hey, I actually got some rain yesterday out of all that.
Oh, good.
hush.
I got mine the day
It
before.
rained for like 3 minutes here, enough to make the ground wet. I was so happy.
How long did it take the ground to dry out?
I actually ran outside and ran around in it and played in it.
He was playing naked gardener,
I
wasn't
had
he?
stuff outside that was getting rained on. I had to run around and grab it up real quick.
Could be.
You were playing naked gardener. I know what you were doing, but do you wear a straw hat when you go out gardening naked?
Stop.
I do garden barefoot sometimes. That makes me feel naked.
Okay.
You don't get out that much, do you, Steve?
No.
All
Y'all
right.
have a blessed day.
Thank you, Steve.
You too,
Bye.
Sue. I have developed, excuse me, not
You
developed,
gotta develop a smoker's cough and you don't smoke.
no.
Oh, yeah, you do too, because I got a picture.
Oh, Chris Miller's. Chris, no, it's just ever since I took that medicine a long time ago, the doctor said to take to help dry me up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a long story, but she said now it'll make your throat scratchy and itchy. Well, it's never stopped. It's gotten better. I took the medicine for like less than a month to do it in the garbage.
And that's been years ago?
No, it's probably last year, but it made my throat itchy, scratchy.
Real.
And I've never gotten fully over it. So anyway, what was I getting ready to say?
I don't know.
Oh,
don't know what I'm
these
gonna
little
say.
short, fat, roly-poly caterpillars now are appearing on my,
Caterpillars.
yeah.
Not the roly-polies.
Not the roly-polies, but
They're good.
They're short and they're plump and they're kind of whitish green.
I don't know about those.
Yeah.
But Carol told me that the roly-polies were good down there in the soil.
Oh yeah. I don't. Yeah. But I need my garden needs some attention. I need to go out there and probably start pulling up some cucumber. I've got too much.
I'm going to pull up that whole bed of
They
cucumbers.
just taking over the whole bed.
Well, there's nothing there anymore. They're not producing. And
Mine are
when you
every
quit-
day.
Well, mine did, but mine
Yeah.
are now producing yellow cucumbers real fast.
Well, I had one yesterday that I pulled off, but it was big, so it's no telling.
You missed that
I
one.
missed it, is what happened. But I just want my tomato. Next year, I'm not growing cucumbers. I don't eat them very often, and it's
One
a
plant
waste.
will probably do you.
It was one plant that I have, and Rayford is taking over the garden.
Well, you know, with salad, give it to your friends. I know a mayor and a senator live out there. I bet you they'd like to have some.
Could be. But, and then I put them on the table. Oh, I'm going to take them, give them to friends. And then, they sit there a week later and they have spots on them. I'm like, what a wasteful person I am. Wasteful. But I want the tomatoes to grow because what I like to do is I like to cook some and freeze the sauce. Others I like to can because I use a lot of tomato paste in my cooking. Tomato sauce. It's the Italian in me. What little bit there is. I'm like have 20 different type things in me. I'm just an American.
Heinz 57.
I'm a
variety.
Heinz 57, but my dad was part Italian up from New York. So maybe that's why I love pasta like I do. Anyway, you remember yesterday when we were talking about, I was bringing up the fact that there was a lot of social media posts that Senator Mitch McConnell had died.
Yep.
Well, guess what happened with The Hill?
He
It's a
hasn't died.
big publication. The Hill inadvertently published an article clearly intended to be held into the senator's
I've seen
passing.
that happen before.
And you remember we were discussing yesterday about how a lot of news media outlets will go ahead and write up something on a person's life, and they have it in holding.
All of them do. So, as they call it, living a bit until they,
Well, it was
happen.
titled "A Look Back at Mitch McConnell's Time in the Senate."
Yep.
The piece was reportedly prefaced with an all-caps editorial warning: "Do not use." But the article was screenshotted and shared on social media before it was removed from the Hill's media outlet. So somebody's in trouble.
Not the first time, won't be the last. Things like that happen.
Yeah, it says the mishap mirrors a recent NPR era when journalist Nina Totenberg published an article announcing Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito's retirement, which has not yet occurred. I think that's not good when those things leak like that.
What we can tell you,
What we can tell you is he's still kicking.
and else we can tell you,
That's all we know.
No, I know something else, and because you told me this morning that a gentleman who was sitting in that chair right over there
That's right.
2 weeks ago, he had run for public office, and
He ran for U.S. Congress.
He had left public office, retired early as the sheriff of Carteret County,
Right.
and anticipating that he would have been the nominee
Right.
for a congressional district seat.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Didn't work out that way.
Nope.
So Asa Buck, when we asked him what else did he have in mind, he said,
Right.
"Well, there's some,
There's some things maybe in the works.
Well, he didn't haw around. He just didn't say.
That's right.
But we knew.
We knew.
We knew for a
We
fact
knew
something.
something.
We didn't know what it was going to be.
Right.
Well, we do know now.
We do know now.
Because he's the sheriff over there in Carteret. He was the sheriff in Carteret County. Now he's going to be working for the sheriff of Craven County.
I know. Second man in charge. Is that what it is? Deputy chief?
Chief deputy or deputy chief, whatever the rank is. So I think somebody's
Yes.
applause. Gotcha.
Right.
Anyway, Asa Buck is I don't know when he takes
Good for
over
him.
or whether he's been sworn in yet or not, or when he goes on the job. When does he get paid? That's what I want to know. And anyway, he's going to be the chief deputy in Craven County under Sheriff Chip Hughes.
What a
I don't
team
know,
those two will make.
Another veteran lawman had been working for Sheriff Hughes for the 2 years, 2 terms that he's been in office. A good friend of mine over years ago, and we still talk. Tony Cummings.
Right.
I don't know what
Okay.
his position, if he's retiring or has retired or what's going on there. But anyway, Tony was the district supervisor for the State Bureau of Investigation, and he had other titles prior to that. I think at the last showing, he had worked for 4 different agencies, maybe 5 now. So he calls himself.
FBI.
He called himself 4 Badges, and that was his name on the Facebook, on his email.
Well, the Craven County Sheriff Chip Hughes made a statement. He said that Asa started his new part-time role on Monday, this past Monday.
Part-time role.
And he's very honored to have him officially part of our team. Well, if he goes back full-time, Rayford, he'll have to give up his retirement, state retirement. That's the way I've always heard it. Because he's back working in the profession that he retired from. So he's allowed, 20 hours? I don't know. I don't know all the specifics. They could have changed a lot. And who knows? Maybe he'll come out of retirement and add some more years to it.
Okay.
we'll wait and see what happens. But congratulations
Okay.
to Craven County Sheriff's Office for their
I'm
new.
curious. I'm curious now. I had not heard that until this morning. So, but anyway, that's good.
Yeah.
Good for him. Good for them.
Good for Asa Buck. I heard that this morning. I was like, what? What did he just say? We just had him on the show.
Looking at the ocean.
Looking at the ocean.
All the way out there to 60 nautical miles offshore. Southwesterly winds today, 15 to 20 knots, seas 4 to 5 feet. A chance of showers and thunderstorms mainly this morning. It's Thursday, tomorrow, southwesterly winds 15 to 20 with gusts up to 25 knots, seas 4 to 6 feet. A chance of showers and thunderstorms. And on Friday, southwesterly winds 20 to 25 knots with gusts to 30 knots, seas 5 to 7 feet. A chance of showers and thunderstorms in the morning on Friday. We had a caller.
Hey, it rang one time.
Okay, call back. We're getting ready. We're wrapping up weather.
Okay, today we have a chance of showers and thunderstorms, increasing clouds with a high near 96, with heat index values as high as 110. Shoot.
Be careful.
Tonight, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, then gradually becoming mostly clear with a low around 76. Thursday, sunny and hot with a high near 98. Heat index values as high as 109. And Friday, slight chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, sunny and hot with a high near 97. Praying Saturday we get some relief.
Yeah, we need some before then. I hope.
Yes.
Hope we'll get some before then.
Yes.
I put out this little question. It's not a quiz. It's not a riddle. I was just curious, and I never did go back and figure it up. I was sure that by this morning I would have had somebody calling me to tell me how many there were. The number of the average temperature for the first 6 months plus 6 days as of yesterday here in eastern North Carolina. Just go to the National Weather Service and find out what the hottest temperature of each day was from January 1st through July 6th, I think was yesterday, or the day before. And just add all of those high temperatures together and then divide by 186. And that would give you the average temperature, hot temperature, average of the hottest temperatures of each day. Now, of course, half of that time is going to be cooler weather. But I was just kind of curious, and I haven't had anybody to do that yet. Nobody's children, students. Get yourself ready to do something because you're going to have to do things like that. If I was your teacher this year, when I got you to class, and I had that, I would use that as a question for you, and you would be able to go back and do it.
Well, let's talk about the hot temperatures right now. The New River YMCA, had put out a public announcement on social media saying that, they were giving out fans and window air conditioners to people who needed them that qualified. And they had an anonymous donor donate more. So if you need a fan or a window air conditioner, contact the New River YMCA. They may still have some left, which is thank you so much for the anonymous donor, and thank you to the YMCA for what you do. And the Sheriff's Office now, they have a new thing out. It's called Project Lifesaver.
Mm-hmm.
Project Lifesaver is a community-based public safety application for individuals who suffer from Alzheimer's, dementia, autism, and any other cognitive condition. An individual who is part of the program wears a transmitter which sends out a radio frequency signal encased in a hard plastic housing on the client's wrist or ankle, and when necessary can be quickly located. So if you have any questions about this and have any questions about wanting to participate in the Project Lifesaver program, call the Onslow County Sheriff's Office at 910-455-3113 and mention Project Lifesaver or ask for Deputy Winters. Or you can join the Onslow County Seniors Services at their Caregivers Workshop. So
there are so many times we see reports, what they call silver alerts.
Right.
People who with silver hair, I presume, is how it came about. They wander away.
Is that like swinging singles?
Yeah, no. This is, they wander away from their,
Right.
wherever their home or whatever. They're, and they get lost. They go somewhere
Yes.
and they just don't
Yes.
know where they are or how to get home. They may drive
Absolutely.
away. They can drive, still have driver's licenses. Folks like that, we need to pay a lot of attention to them. We don't want anything happening to them. And as will, these folks quite often, they're not nuts. They're just, there's a thing happening.
Right.
And
We all get.
they
we
can
all get
drive.
older.
But they may not know exactly where they are. We as responsible adults, we need to be taking care of these folks. They are us in the future. Hello? It's a good possibility. Not guaranteed. Not all of us are going to end up like that, but there's always the possibility.
Right.
And there will be a time they are proud people. They've never had to rely on a soul in their lives quite often, and they will not ask for help. Quite often, they will not ask for help.
Well,
They're like men. We never ask for directions.
well,
okay?
as you get older and you start losing some of that independence, it's really hard for senior
is.
citizens.
It-
My mother fought it all the way. She was,
Yeah.
"Mm-mm, mm-mm."
Yeah. My mom wanted her driver's license when she was 90. And that was not going to happen.
You're not going to tell me when I have to go to bed. You're not going to tell me what
Pretty
I
much.
can and cannot eat.
Pretty much.
You're not going to tell me I can't wear this. I mean,
Mhm.
you can't take their independence. It's
you
hard.
should not take their
No, it's
independence
so
away.
hard, Rayford.
You just need to be there to make sure they don't hurt themselves or don't
That's
allow
right.
anybody else to get in there. To hurt them.
Right.
And the guy that called and wanted to offer me burial insurance yesterday with a broken accent, and
Oh, I would
he
have
said,
lit
and,
into him.
I need your age. I said, too bad. What do you mean, too bad? He said, what do you have against giving me your age? I said, nothing. I just don't know you. And he said, I've told you my name. I said, no, you told me the name that you want me to know. And that was one name, first name only. And there are a lot of Jims out there. Bubba.
Rayford, aren't they not allowed to call on a Sunday? Do you remember
This
that
was
or
not
not?
Sunday.
No, but I'm
Yes,
asking
there
about
used to be some days.
I had a
that
call
cannot
Sunday afternoon about, do you want to sell your house from
Oh,
some
yeah, that's a scam.
overseas voice? And I'm like,
But this
Serious.
guy, I was outside and I was walking, and I walked from one side to the other and trying to tell him, no, I'm not interested. And what have you got now? Wait on a minute. Do you have any idea who you're calling? Well, no. I said, then why the blankety blank did you call me? Well, what do you have against talking with me? I said, if you were here, I wouldn't have anything against talking with you, but you don't know how I talk.
well,
Then he hung up.
we know.
Then he hung up.
I would say, I did that one time. I
You
was like,
don't understand my
I said, well, you just
language.
called me and I'm at work and I'm with the FBI. Click. Someday I'm going to get in trouble. But they aggravate me so bad. And they clone local numbers
Yes,
now.
they did. This was a local number.
Yes, maybe it was a local number. They called me Sunday.
I called back and it goes,
This
This
number.
number does not exist. You're an idiot for calling it.
Oh, sad news yesterday morning in Beaufort County. Very sad news. A fatal hit and run.
Yeah.
It's under investigation by the North Carolina State Highway Patrol. It happened early in the morning on Price Road near Chocowinity. The State Highway Patrol says it responded to a hit and run around 5:36 a.m. on that road. Investigators have identified the victim as 41-year-old Natasha Heggie. So she was struck by an unidentified vehicle which fled the scene after the collision.
Was she in a car or
She was
pedestrian? It sounds like she was struck. That sounds weird wording.
she was walking.
Walking.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if she may have been walking or running. A lot of people go out in the early mornings
5:30 or
before
something in the
it
morning.
gets hot. I'm just saying that's the impression I got. Do not know, but if anyone has any information whatsoever
Please.
to lead to the
If
apprehension.
now the guy's not going to develop a sense of guilt
Nope.
or anything like
You're
that. So
looking to get that car
if
fixed.
you know anybody who has your neighbor or whoever, anybody who showed up with some body damage all of a sudden, and they don't talk about it, but they've got their car in the shop.
Right.
You might,
They start parking in the garage when they didn't do that before.
or behind the house.
Or behind the
something
house,
like that.
right?
Or they wrap it up with a wrapper. Call the police and just tell them that, this, I don't tell you don't know for a fact, but here's a guy that's strange behavior. If you see something, say something.
Absolutely.
And it may be perfectly innocent and perfectly harmless. And, there is where you can get total anonymity, and the officer will not accidentally, inadvertently, or no public records will be available for your name. Call Crime Stoppers. Whatever
That's
county
right.
you're in, reach out, look them up, Google them, call Crime Stoppers of whatever county you're in.
That's right.
And,
Yes.
and you can make that call, and that way you're rest assured that nobody knows your name. This is not Cheers.
Yeah, it's just so much sadness out there right
It
now.
is. This is just a lot of it.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like we don't have to concern ourselves how the war with Iran was going to end.
Yeah.
We know how the ceasefire has ended. It's just like all the others.
Yeah.
Ever
Yes.
hear of the 1,000-year war, the 100-year war?
Please.
I always thought that those who explained there was nothing that could be done were nuts. Beginning to reconsider my thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
U.S. Central Command, that's here in this country,
Yes.
yesterday said American forces had begun launching powerful strikes against Iran in response to attacks on 3 commercial vessels transiting the Strait of Hormuz. Iran claims the Strait of Hormuz belongs to them, and they are going to charge people to use it. No, you're not. You're not going to do that. We made it perfectly clear that was not allowed. That's not part of your. But they decided. They went after a couple of ships again.
Yeah.
Operated ships,
Right.
commercial vessels. A U.S. official said targets that we took on include air defense systems, coastal surveillance systems, surface-to-air missile sites, anti-ship cruise missile sites, drone launch sites, and port facilities. There will be collateral damage. We will have to get used to it. It's called war. And in wars, people die. And it's not just the enemy. There are going to be civilian casualties. There are going to be civilians who work with the military or military operations centers in Tehran. There are going to be civilians who are involved one way or the other in the system, and they're going to die. It is a war. We are now officially out of the other, as far as I'm concerned. You've had your chances, Tehran. A couple things are going to be vividly clear. They should be vividly clear to you. The president has said, this is not for negotiation. You will not continue your nuclear manufacturing of nuclear weaponry or enhancing the nuclear equipment that you have, the supplies that you have. The raw uranium that comes in is not capable of producing much of a big old boom boom. Okay? Yeah, you can get radiation poison from it, but that's not how the big explosion happens. Iran's been working on this for over 10 years that we know of. We knew it in 2015. We told them in 2015, we told them that we are not going to allow this there to be safety and peace and all that sort of good stuff. We're going to hound you. The administration told them at that time. So we are demanding that will be allowed, the rest of the free world will be allowed to have inspectors. Do you remember that word? Inspectors to go in and check what you're doing on a regular basis. And they said, No. And we said, oh, well, okay, we'll stop shooting at you anyway.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry. When I tell you what's going to be going down and I'm in charge, you're going to do it or you're going to face the consequences. That's just not the way things work, people.
The U.S. was doing heavy bombing last
And
night.
it's not the way just the United States is. We're not the only ones involved in this. The rest of the world has a stake in this whole operation. You understand that? Because these people with nuclear possibilities, it's like what can I say? Like a nut job running loose with a 50 caliber machine gun and 50,000 rounds of ammo in Central Park. This bunch is more dangerous than that. And why can't we, the rest of the world, well, the realistic part of the world understands it, but why can't even some of the people, especially the blankety blank politicians that are just using this only as a political maneuvering, why can't they understand it? Here's a scenario for you to think about. They make a dozen bombs. We call them dirty bombs. They make them suitcase-sized bombs. They manage to get, you don't think we've got infiltrators in this country? We've got about millions and millions and millions. We have them from Iran.
Absolutely.
We have terrorists, bona fide terrorists that we know are terrorists. What do you think if a dozen of these people manage to get into a dozen different locations in this country and plant their devices in whatever they want to do? They're probably not going to go after, but they would. Some military targets. They're definitely going to go after infrastructure targets, water, stuff like that, electricity. But the primary thing they're going to go after is people. They'll go after some monetary. They'll do the New York thing again. But they're going to try to kill as many Americans as possible. Their mission in life is to kill Americans. They don't like us. They're going to kill Jews. They're going to kill Americans. I'm not sure how the two got intermingled there, but they're people that buck the system that we're not going to put up with that.
Right, exactly.
Israel has never put up with it, and we're not going to put up with it. So y'all just need to get over it. Now, here's the thing. Let's just say they set them off, and let's just say that most of them, let's go back to that 80% of them go off. Are you willing?
Mm-hmm.
Are you willing? How many do you think, how many hundreds of thousands would be killed? Millions of people could be killed. Depends upon where they put them.
I just want to know one thing. Are gas prices going to go back up?
Yeah.
Right now, Trump stated that the MOU, the Memorandum of Understanding with Iran, is over, calling the Iranian people sick people and refusing further engagement. Now, he has gone as far as ordering Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent to cut trade ties with Spain, labeling Madrid a terrible partner in NATO. So,
whatever it takes. Virtually every free country in the free part of the world depends upon traffic through the Strait of Hormuz.
Mm-hmm.
We're all hurt.
Yes.
We're all hurt. Now, do you think that Iran is not getting stuff into it because we had the blockade going? No, they're getting it. It's just not coming via ship.
Right.
North Korea, other like-minded countries, Russia, we know Russia is supplying them with stuff. And they're there in spirit as well. Russia needs to be careful because of Russia. They got their own little battle going on with Ukraine. I don't know that we in this country, if we have a devastating series of explosions, nuclear explosions. A lot of us won't be around, of course. There will be the fallout, the nuclear radiation that kills more people than the actual explosions do. I mean, we've seen it happen. We were the cause of it happening. It's a short-term, long-term effect. How would we recover? I mean, do we have the ability in this country to rebuild? First thing that's going to occur, we're going to put all of our military operations helping recover. While we're doing that,
We're spending our money.
while we're doing all of that, what are these other nations that want to take over this country going to do? Do you think they're going to stop their efforts? Oh, no. They will be invigorated. They will be coming after us while we're down. While we've been knocked down, they're going to come after us as best they can. First thing any boxer does is bloody a guy's the opponent's nose, so that, or he's cut over his eye, especially. So that's all he's concerned about during the rest of the boxing match, is trying to keep you from hitting his eye again. Well, that's what they will continue doing with us, and we will have our 1.5 million troops in this country taking care of us on the inside, because they have the wherewithal to be able to do it. And at that time, our defenses will be down. So we cannot afford this to happen. And the thing is, how many of us in this country would be able to survive on our own? Could you? Could y'all? What have you done to make sure you'd be able to survive? Well, the best way to survive is to make sure that these other people aren't able to continue planning to kill us.
Well, Trump said he's done with them. He said
No, he's
they're
not done
evil.
with them. If they just leave them alone, they're just going to continue growing.
Oh, you know what I mean, as far as ceasefires and treaties and peaceful
Isn't that
negotiations.
what we said before?
Said he's done. We've heard this for months and months and months. That's why I told you I don't want to talk about Iran anymore. Tired of talking about it.
Don't talk about them. They're going to continue working.
I know.
to
They'll
kill us.
continue out there.
They're going to continue to kill us, try to kill us.
Well, we had one of our commenters said, I urge anyone to listen to the insight given by William J. Bill Federer and his analysis of the Islamic regime in Iran. He said it's very eye-opening.
Well, what does it say?
Oh, no, maybe he'll call and tell us. David, call us.
David, call us. Tell us what it says.
Yes.
We want to know what it says. What's your take on it, David? I'd like to ask him some questions because I don't know.
I don't know.
I
I'll
wanna
have
know
to
what
check it out.
Yeah, well, I do too, but I don't have time to check it out now. We're on the air now. David, call us, 910-333-0139.
You're so demanding.
Well, no, if we put it out there, we need to pursue it now.
Right.
Not tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's
No.
another day.
He mentioned that I'm going to look it up later and see, what it's about. But while we're waiting, and maybe he will call.
I hope he will, because I need to know what he says.
Yeah, it was some extensive bombing last night, and
Is anybody still alive in the regime in Tehran?
yes,
Then there wasn't enough.
Yeah, well, I think it's got Rayford. I'm like, it's going to come down to just like wiping Iran off the map.
Not Iran, just Tehran.
Well, Tehran,
All the
in
innocent,
Iran,
all the
whatever.
innocent civilians in there, you need to be gone.
Yes, y'all need
Pack
to
your
go ahead
bags.
and leave.
Go back and get out of town.
Go to grandma's house, wherever you need to go, because I'm going to tell you what, they just need to level that land. They need to
And-
get rid of all of
And the
it.
minute it's leveled and all of the pieces need to be buried, come back, take care of business, and start your own country the way it's supposed to be run.
I mean, since
You
when?
know how it's not supposed to be run, so you got a perfect model in front of you how not to do it.
Since when should they even be given the right to control the strait?
They don't. Who's going to give it to them? They took it.
But
We didn't
that's
stop
what I'm
them.
saying.
We did not. The rest of the world did
Who
not
are
stop
they
them.
to control that?
That's like telling me you're going to control the Atlantic Ocean. Good
Well, I better
luck.
fill up today is all I've got to say.
I filled up yesterday. $3.26.
Yeah. How much?
326.
That's very good. It's about
No,
what I paid
323. 323.
when I last filled up. You know, of course, I haven't. It was a week ago, so I'm good now.
You better go fill up.
Oh, I don't need any.
You got any gas
I haven't
cans? Empty
been
gas
anywhere.
cans? Go fill them up.
Oh yeah, load my house garage full of gas.
Yeah.
Then lightning hits.
We got to have a storm first.
Speaking of craziness, did you hear about that Manhattan high rise that's under construction in New York City? It was built in 1961. It has.
It's under construction.
Well, let me
It's built in
explain.
61.
I'll explain it to you. All right, it was built in 1961, has 30 floors, where they decided to put more floors on top of the
It
floors.
wasn't built to hold 30 more floors,
No,
right?
no, it's 30 floors.
Yes.
They decided to add floors on top of the 30 floors.
Yeah.
Well, they noticed yesterday morning the alarm sounded when on the 21st floor, there are beams that are used in construction for the upper floors, you know. They were bent. They were bending.
That's what I'm saying. You've got to have a foundation. And if the foundation that you built it on, when that 30 floors becomes the foundation and it was not meant to have
Exactly.
anything above it, no.
Exactly. Well, they had to evacuate the whole building, and there was already people living in it.
Y'all are
They had to
dumb.
evacuate the whole building. They've got that block of New York City all roped off now.
Okay, now you can.
They said they don't feel like it won't be a total building collapse, but there is a possibility of a localized collapse, like starting floor 22, 23 coming down where
Let me see.
the support beams on 21 are bent.
Let me think about this for just a second. So, what kind of deal you're going to make me to live in there? Yeah.
Well, they were putting more floors on top because they were going to rent them out as luxury apartments, blah, 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 right there in New York City. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, it used to be the old Pfizer building. That's what it used to be in there. And then when Pfizer moved out, they turned it into an apartment building.
Who thinks that you can put more floors on top of a high rise?
Well, that's like people talking about instead of adding buildings on school grounds, build on top. You can't do that.
Not unless the bottom floors were designed for that.
That's right. And then you've got to add, but they have construction workers in there now shoring up these floors with adding
Yeah,
more
well-
support. Hope it doesn't go down while you're in there. But
Cut your losses,
craziness. I
dudes.
watched that last
Take it
night
down.
live for a while. People out there watching, and then some of the pictures they showed of the support beams are big metal beams, and they were like bent. It's like you take a toothpick and just crack it in half.
These guys helped.
Crazy.
These guys helped design the Titanic, didn't they?
Well, in 1961, you know, you didn't have the laws back then like you do now.
Well, and you've also had
Common sense tells you
65
though.
You've also had 75 years of structural damage and
Well,
everything.
why would you
weight
not
and-
shore up the columns and the support beams before you start adding more weight onto the top of them? Why would you not do that first? I don't know the full scope, but anyway. The buildings surrounding
It sounds
it.
like a poor plan to me.
Well, the buildings surrounding it were evacuated too, but they've let most of those people back in. But yeah, it was columns were spotted buckling on Tuesday morning. Whoo! It's being converted into luxury apartments.
Is it going to be a junk pile?
Oh my gosh! Yeah, they had everything roped up. I was watching a YouTuber last night that was out there on the scene, and it was crazy. It was crazy. It was a big.
Maybe the
Gathering
mayor will
spot.
buy one of the apartments on the top floor.
Yeah, go ahead and move up into a penthouse up there. Let's see how that
Maybe,
works. for
maybe
you.
they could just, City Hall can take it over and they
Mhm.
could just, renovate it and then they could put all their offices there.
Oh, here you go. Did you know
Yeah,
the Coast Guard is breaking ground on a new runway at Elizabeth City Air Station?
I did not.
Yeah, they're
They didn't
building
consult
a
me?
$32 million north-south runway to replace a World War II
Yeah.
era runway, improving aircraft operations and emergency response
what
across the East Coast.
You know what that big old place was for, right?
No,
Blimps,
blimps.
World War II.
Oh,
They don't need a lot
okay.
of runway.
Well, congratulations
Yes.
on U.S. Coast Guard. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, uh, they've got planes. The first thing they do is there's a ship in distress or a boat in distress.
Right.
Even if you're out there in the ocean and you're 13-foot Boston waiter, you should be ashamed. But the first thing they do is when you get out there and you start calling for help, help me, help me, help me, help me. They're going to launch a helicopter or a C-130. If they can see, they can. C-130 can't land on the ocean, of course, but they can drop pumps. They can drop emergency supplies that can be picked up and used. And one of the things that they will drop quite often from a helicopter is a pump. If you got water coming in and they can drop you a pump, they got pumps on board that they disposables basically. That's because that's what they end up being. Drop it down to a boat that's filling up with water. It can suck the water right out of there. These are high volume pumps.
Good. I'm
Good.
so glad we live right near close to a Coast Guard station.
Yeah, and given with the airport there and the airstrip there, it's great close flying. They can get anywhere very quickly with the 130s and the helos that they've got.
What is this? Oh, by the way, the American Legion put out a flyer yesterday. The Onslow County Fair has been canceled for this year, being that the American Legion is being rebuilt after being struck by a tornado. So there is not going to be an Onslow County Fair this year.
Okay, I understand what they're thinking and what they're doing, and I'm still trying to. Obviously, I have not been to the fair in Onslow County since sometime in the 70s.
I've been
but it was not
because
under
of booths.
It
I've
was
had
not
vendor
under
booths there.
a roof or a tent.
No, right.
When I went the last time, everything was under a tent. I don't think there was any hardened structure.
Well, I know all the years that I worked during the fair time, our booth was inside the building.
Mm-hmm.
Which all that building is under construction right now. So anyway, they did make the official announcement that there will not be an Onslow County Fair this year.
Okay.
So save your dollars.
Yeah, the Dancing Stars of Onslow County, they have held their performances there, a big event there every October forever. Well, since 2012, it was held at the Country Club the first year, and after that, it's been held there. Now, the thing is, they found a place. I don't know anything about it yet, but we'll
Jacksonville Commons Recreation Center.
Commons, is that where it is?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you know,
Mhm.
I don't know. So it is a go. It's going on. It will happen, and I know it's going to happen because I hear the music come rocking out of the impromptu studio next door.
Right, which I will tell you, plenty of parking, and you don't have to walk as far. It'll be nice, and I
didn't
think
have
it's
to
going to
walk.
work
The
out.
go-karts, the golf carts gave me rides.
Yeah, well, yeah,
All
true.
those young ladies in there, they just
last year when it was over, no, I had to walk.
every year they'd look at me and say, "You
That was
old, get aboard."
Parked way back in the back, but I mean, which I didn't mind. Walking is good for you.
They were pulling. They had a first aid stretcher on board for me.
Have you heard? My sister fell out of the golf cart a couple years ago as they picked us up and we were heading to. She fell
Is that
out.
the one that was growing the cantaloupes?
No, it was. That's my sister-in-law with cantaloupes.
Sister-in-law.
You're so bad.
She was growing cantaloupes. Is that what happened?
No, my sister-in-law. No, but my sister.
Uh-huh.
She was on the back seat in the golf cart.
Sister.
And evidently she didn't sit up there like she should, back far enough and braced herself. And as it started to take off, she fell out and hit the ground.
Oh, she was up there dancing.
We laughed.
Oh,
We laughed.
you are mean.
We laughed. Oh, yes, we laughed.
You are a real sister's sister, aren't you?
She could tell stories. Yeah, I was helping her move into a house one time, and we were
Threw her
carrying
down the steps.
we were carrying a chair.
How did I know?
And she had one end, I had the other end, and she was walking backwards on the sidewalk where the sidewalk has a, edge to it,
Yeah, where
which the
sidewalk
ground
is, the
didn't
ground
need.
is.
There was a little bit of a dip. She stepped off the sidewalk, went down, so I threw the chair so it wouldn't land on her, but I landed on her, And we're laughing. Here we are laid up in the yard laughing, rolling around. And I know
Couple
her
of
new
drunk
neighbors
women.
thought, what's going on?
Here comes a couple of drunk women
Here
moving into
comes
the
a couple
neighborhood. What is this
strange women
about?
in the neighborhood. But, oh, yeah, I mean, we can
You
tell
think
stories
that's a couple
forever.
of them?
Well, here's a weird story. A Kansas semi-truck driver standing trial after he allegedly ran over a man who laid down in a parking space while they were arguing over the spot.
Who won that one?
Not the one laying in the,
I'm
Travis
sorry.
Briscoe stands accused of second-degree murder. He killed him.
Dudes,
Yes.
you know what? There's a time you got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them.
They were both
Don't do that.
They were both at a Wichita truck stop shortly before 5:30 p.m. on August 13th of last year when they were backing their semi-truck trailers into a parking spot at the same
Two
time.
truckers got into
They
a fight.
got into an argument. It was a lot of my spot, my spot, my spot.
Two big rig truckers got into an argument.
Yeah, so one of the truckers
What
laid
in the
down in the
name of
empty
heaven?
parking space and the other one ran him over. He wanted that spot bad.
How did that work out? Did he got a parking space?
Oh, he said he allegedly began backing up and another truck driver began honking at him. Briscoe pulled forward and then realized he had run over the other truck driver.
May I politely say baloney?
If that's the word you want to use, you go for it.
I can be impolite. Bologna sandwich.
That's right. So it won't be long and we'll start having some of our dancing stars on the
Yep,
show.
we should be having them.
I'm anxious to meet them, get to know them,
Yeah,
see who they're going to be.
and what's up with them and what. I have questions as always, and we're going to see how
That's right.
well they're being trained.
Right. Oh, I'm sure they're going to be just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Anyway,
Not if I can help it.
tomorrow our most famous and favorite and fabulous editor will be with us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, by phone.
What's he going to be doing?
We're going to be talking about upcoming sports. Ospreys are doing a fantastic job this year, this summer, this season. They're out there. And last night they had a free night. You could have gone free, Rayford.
Why?
They were offering free admittance last night.
Oh, okay.
Military Appreciation Night. So,
Now,
and then in October we have our famous National Night Out. And have I said how happy I am that they moved that to October?
every day.
Thank you, JPD. But we've got to get somebody in to talk about that because I need a couple booths.
You know who Michael Rappaport is?
I off the top of my head, I would say no, but as you start talking, I may remember. Go ahead.
Well, he's been a big mouth. He's a comedian, and
I don't think I know.
And he hates Donald Trump, and that's part of his act. Has been for quite a while.
Right.
I don't like Donald Trump, and there's a lot of people like that in the entertainment world these days, right?
Right.
We know that.
Exactly.
Well, he's changed his mind.
He's changed his mind. Okay.
On the Jamie Kennedy podcast, he says, I hate to break it. I hate to break it to the world. He's 56 years old.
Youngin. Young.
And his perspective on Trump has evolved over time, including what prompted him to move away from derogatory name calling and adopt a more respectful tone. So the dude is okay with Trump these days? And he says, yep, I am. I do have problems. And he's far from not being infuriating, speaking of Trump.
Well, yeah,
We all agree with that part, right?
we all agree.
But he said, but his work towards freeing the hostages that were being held, the Israelis, the work that Trump's done there, while it might be kind of strange ways and method of operation might not be exactly the way that I would have liked things to go down, but he got the job done. And he said that's the important part.
Yes.
That's again kind of what we, I guess these people are finally listening to us.
Huh?
Listening to us.
No, I just saw local farmers struggle as egg prices plummet amid high production costs. Please don't raise the price on eggs. Please, let's not do that. And Walmart is promised to do a major price cut on groceries.
How did they? Well, about time. The price of fuel has dropped.
12% off ground beef and 37% off Coca-Cola 24 packs, Rayford.
Okay.
Well, there you go. Let's keep going. Let's hope some of these other stores follow suit.
If we can,
Wow.
if the retailers, and I'm not going to blame all the retailers, there are distributors, there are other people that are involved, all these other folks that are engaged in this whole process of retail. That's the end product. That's what we need.
Yes.
That's what we're concerned with. And quite often, as it is with the price of seafood and everything else, quite often it has nothing to do with the farmer or the fisherman or anything like. They don't get any more money. It's all the other people between them and us that make money.
I'm just tired of paying such crazy high
Outrageous
prices.
prices.
Outrageous. And I will tell you, I was at one store yesterday and they've got their steaks marked down from the weekend.
If these people, if these folks who keep raising the prices, if they were carrying guns, they'd be charged with armed robbery
Yes.
instead of just robbery, because they
Right.
should be charged with robbery.
Right.
That's my nickel's worth, y'all.
Well,
And we'll see
okay.
you tomorrow morning.
Yes, we will.
We got Chris Miller, as you said, our wonderful
Yes.
sports editor, who, I'm beginning to question the photographs that he's published. I don't know that any of them are real.
Well, look, he
He's
sent
gonna
me a
have-
lot of you.
He's going to
So
have to prove to me that they're real, because I'm not believing what I'm
what was the
seeing.
last one he sent
And
me?
I know that he's chicken to send them to me. Is that what it is? Because I know where he lives.
No, the last one he sent to you and myself.
That was of you.
No. Oh, yeah, that's right. No, he usually sends me the ones he does an AI of you.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go, right here. He said, "This is Rayford and his ham
That's
buddies."
because he's afraid. He's literally afraid.
I love his
He's making
photos.
fun of
They're
ham
so
radio.
good. Anyway,
One-
Chris Miller,
One
Daily
of my
News.
ham buddies is his daddy. Be careful, Chris. Just kidding.
All right, good enough.
Not really.
Everyone have a safe day. Please stay cool, hydrate. If you don't have to be outside, stay inside. Cut on a couple extra fans, kick your feet
If
up,
you-
and enjoy your
If you
day.
do have to be outside, just get naked. Jump in the pool.
Rayford in his nakedness. Everything's
Or
about
jump in
being
the pool
naked.
with all your clothes on it. That's what you want. Whatever you want. That's up to you. We'll see you in the morning,
All right,
guys.
we
Be
will.
safe and
All
and really
Have a great
drink
day.
lots of water. And as they say, if you want to chase it with Gatorade or something else, it's not a bad idea.
Right.
Because the
Do what's
water
good
you
for
drink,
you.
unless it's got a lot of minerals in it that you don't know about, is not putting any electrolytes in you. Okay? We'll see you in the morning. You're live in
We
Local
will.
Real Talk, where we're
Awake.
what?
We're awake, but never
Broke?
woke.
Woke.
Say goodbye, Gracie.
We're always broke, but never woke. We're
That's
always woke, but never broke. One or the other. Good night, Gracie.
Good night.